Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue. Are you repeating yourself? Are you repeating yourself? Today you're going to discover what's going on with chercher pour, because you are repeating yourself. 8 other verbs that need a preposition in English but not in French, because that's what it's all about. And some great examples with explanations to help you say them well and remember them in conversations. Today you are not going to just learn some vocabulary, you're going to learn how to have instant recall, how to have the great conversations that you want instead of constantly struggling. It's all about how you learn that makes the difference. So let's dive in. What is a preposition? Well, people often ask me that. It's one of those little words that helps the verb, a doing word, the verb, have a specific meaning. For example, to look for, and for is that little word after the verb look. It's a preposition. You're not just looking, you're searching. And there's no preposition, which often happens in French. Now, there are more of these. This is the list that we're going to look at today. But remember, for learning, don't just learn a list, please. It's all about application. We'll look at that in a minute. We have attendre, to wait for, chercher, to look for, demander, to ask for, descendre, to go down, écouter, to listen to, monter, to go up, regarder, to look at, or watch without a preposition, payer, to pay for, and puer, to stink of. If you're on the slides, not just listening, you will see that each of those prepositions, for, down, to, up, at, and of, are all in bold. Now, if you use those and you're using your translation brain, you're not only slowing down your instant recall, you are actually repeating yourself. So don't add the preposition in French. You would be saying to wait for, to look for, to ask for, and so on. It just doesn't work. So it'd be like in French saying attendre pour is to wait for. You're trying to translate and put a word in where there shouldn't be one. So to have an instant recall, you've got to avoid that translation. It's really important. And why am I telling you this before we practice? Because when you practice, if you don't practice efficiently and make your learning rewarding, effective and adventurous learning, you're always going to be on the plateau and learning in the same way that has got you to a point where you're still frustrated. So something has to change slightly. And often it's avoiding that translation phase. Easier said than done. Here's what we can do. And there are loads of ways of doing it. And I'm offering this today. To avoid translating, visualize yourself in the context offered. Feel it. Say the sentence out loud. Feel what you're saying, because your feelings help you have instant recall more than memorizing. Be it. Be what you're trying to say. Make it real. By that, what I mean is, don't just learn stuff for the sake of it. You can't access lists easily in your mind in instant spontaneous conversations. It's challenging. You want to have a feeling or an automation, something that comes easily because you've normalized it and used it a lot in the right context, so that you can actually apply it in a spontaneous situation. Lists don't help you do that. It's only like the bottom start of learning, like you'll learn it for a test or something, but it's harder to recall. You have to feel it, be it, make it real, adapt it, apply it, do something with it in your head that makes the difference. Let's get on with it. On s'y met. Verbs that take a preposition in English but not in French. Attendre. Attendre. To wait for. Elle attend le train à la gare. She's waiting for the train at the station. Elle attend le train à la gare. Chercher, to look for. Elle cherche partout ses lunettes. She's looking for her glasses everywhere. Why do I choose this example? Because it's realistic. It's not just lifted out of a textbook. It's what we do. For you, it's adaptable. Je cherche partout mes lunettes. Adapt it. Say it how you would. Maybe you're annoyed. Je cherche mes lunettes. Je cherche mes lunettes. Say it how you feel it. To ask for help, demander de l'aide. To ask for help, demander de l'aide. Elle demande de l'aide. She's asking for help. What about me? Je demande de l'aide. Adapt it to suit you. And this is where my learn it, speak it, live it little motto kicks in. You can learn it, you can memorize it, but please speak it out loud. Don't speak it in your internal voice, your passive learning. This won't help you have instant recall. Why? Because let's just go back. Demander is to ask. It looks like demander, so you're highly likely in your silent brain, your silent looking and silent reading, to say demander. Elle demande de l'aide. Aid even, because it's very English. It's not going to help you understand what other people are saying as quick as possible. It's okay in your very first learning phase because you want to know what it means. But when you speak it out loud, you're also going to be able to recognize that sound when it comes out of someone else's mouth. That's the difference. You're using your auditory prompts to help you learn in multi-dimensional ways of learning. Just reading is passive. Saying it out loud is active. Therefore, you're more likely to remember it and recognize it when you hear it. So practice saying it out loud. Elle demande de l'aide. Elle demande de l'aide. I'm working on the position of my mouth here. Elle demande. It's very much forward. It also projects slightly nasally, as if you're talking up and down through your nose a little bit. And it's certainly more French than elle demande. Elle demande de l'aide. Elle demande de l'aide. Try it. Descendre, to go down. Le chat descend lentement l'escalier. Le chat descend lentement l'escalier. Take it slowly, pronounce it, articulate it. Get faster and faster as you feel more at ease with your pronunciation. But certainly say it out loud. I'll go back. Yes, speaking it, but live it as well. So let's look at this. Le chat descend lentement l'escalier. I chose to make that sentence because it's not realistic. Not really, not unless you've got a little kitten. Maybe you want to go down slowly or someone else goes down slowly. Well, actually, that is realistic in my life because I've got my old dog here and he goes down the stairs very slowly and then gets stuck halfway. Choose something that would be realistic in your life. Maybe it's not slow, it's quick. J'ai descendu trop vite l'escalier. Or someone fell. Tu es descendu l'escalier trop vite. Just adapt it and make it work for you. Écouter, to listen to. Le chien écoute de la musique classique. Change classique. Change anything. Pronounce it carefully to get your French voice. Mouth forward. Le chien écoute de la musique classique. Yes, I'm using my lips more. Yes, I'm projecting more. Monter, to go up. Monter. On monte au sommet de la montagne. We're going up to the top of the mountain. English voice, read it. You've been avoiding saying it out loud. Highly likely in your English head you're saying, on monte au sommet de la montagne. It's nice and easy and relaxed, sounds good. Not to a French person. Well, it doesn't sound bad. If you want to improve your French accent and improve what you're hearing from others and have instant understanding, try it yourself too. On monte au sommet de la montagne. Having a French accent's not the most important thing in the world, but it's good if you try so that when you are practicing, you are more likely to understand what the French are saying. Otherwise, you're practicing your own English accent and they're not going to speak like that themselves. So it makes it harder for you to understand what they are saying and therefore slows down your comprehension. Knowledge is just stuff in your head, you see, until you apply it. So apply it. Regarder, to look at. Je regarde souvent ma montre. Je regarde souvent ma montre. Or maybe you don't look at your watch too often. Change it, adapt it, make it yours. Payer. Payer, to pay or to pay for. Je paye le repas au restaurant. Or je paye. I'll pay for the meal at the restaurant. Notice the future tense in English, but not in French, by the way. Je paye. I'll pay. Because in French, the French logic is that I'm getting up to pay. I'm doing the paying. I'm doing the paying. Je paye. I'll pay. For us, we're going to get up and go and pay, and the paying's over there at the till, for example. Get into the French being. Say it, do it, be it, feel it, put yourself in context and visualize it all at once. Practice it bit by bit. Do it with this one. Puer, to stink. La poubelle pue vraiment. Be the person who's got something stinky. Have the bin. Be it, feel it. Pue, pue. Say it out loud. Pue. La poubelle pue vraiment. Feel it, do it, be it. If you want to practice your French, we practice every single week in 8 different groups with French people, with your teacher, and help you practice your pronunciation, your learning, your application of French, your constant flow of conversations. It goes on. You can join from America, the West Coast, the East Coast, from Europe, from Britain, and from Australia as well. We have groups to suit your level. Join us. Go to simplyfrenchonline.com/café. Merci tout le monde. Au revoir et bonne journée.